want to welcome everybody to the Thursday night Basic Reset Conference call. Of course, we have these calls every Thursday night. I'm your host, Randy Steen, and I'll be visiting with you this evening. The first thing I want to do is start out by saying, boy, I hope that if you guys were on last week's conference call, I was not here. I was actually driving at the time. Excuse me. But Penny Kyle did the call, and she did a fabulous job, and we had some great guests on the call that talked about why they're excited about the opportunity with Basic Reset. If you have not listened to that call, you need to go ahead and listen to it. The link for it is in the Basic Reset Freedom Group room. If you can't find that link, go ahead and let us know, and we can get it out to you. It should have been emailed out to you anyway, but if you have not listened to it yet, go ahead and listen to it. It's a great call. So the first thing I want to do is welcome everybody here again tonight, and especially those of you that are on this call that are guests. You're here because somebody wanted you to know what this company was all about. They wanted you to know what they're experiencing in their life, and they wanted you to be able to know about all these exciting products that this company has. You see, we have designed and put on the market a bunch of products that are totally different than anything else that's out there. And you might say, well, gee, Randy, come on. There's some minerals out there in the market, and I said, and yes, there are, but not the way our program works, not the way our products work, and I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit. But people are using these products and getting results on a daily basis all over the United States of America and Canada, and actually some people that joined our company that are in other countries also. And the thing about this is that our products are so simple and so easy to use that anybody can use them. Our products are something, especially the two main products which the company was started with, are two products that were introduced by Fred and Kim Kaufman years ago, but they're designed to help your bodies to function properly, and I'm going to talk about those in just a minute also. But that's why guests are coming to our call, because they want to know what are these products, what do they do, and will they work for me? Now, the other reason that people come to this call is because they want to change something in their life, and that area that they want to change in their life is financial. They want to make their life different than what it is right now. Now, maybe that they got too much month left at the end of the money. Maybe they're making enough money, but they just like to have a little bit more so that they can sock it away for retirement, or maybe they want to be able to buy a new car now and then that they can't afford to right now, maybe go on a family vacation. Maybe they got children that are going to be getting ready for college, and they want to help them go through college, so they want to make some extra money to sock away for that. There's many different reasons why people want to change their life financially, but one of the reasons they're looking at our company is because of the financial opportunity that we offer. So before I get into that, though, I want to tell you, how did this company get started? Well, way back in the late 1990s, a gentleman by the name of Fred Kaufman, who you're probably going to hear from this evening, was involved very heavily in doing his own study on nutrition. And the reason he was doing this is because he had suffered from allergy problems for years and had gone to the doctor, and they'd gone through all different kinds of, having him take different kinds of medications and shots and everything, and he just wasn't getting any results, and he finally said to them, look, he said, I've had enough. He said, this isn't working for me, so I'm going to see if I can find some other way to fix this. Make a long story short, he did, and his allergy problems were taken care of. I don't want to use the word cure, but they were taken care of. He no longer has those problems. And he realized that through nutrition and through giving your body the proper nutrients that you need, it's amazing what your body can do. Well, in furthering his studies, he found out that he was very interested in finding out about different types of diseases, including the dreaded big C word, heart diseases, and all different kinds of things like that. And he became so proficient in knowledge on how this stuff all works with nutrition that he was invited to speak in Stockholm, Sweden, at a cancer symposium. When he was there, he was introduced to a guy that told him about the world's oldest living man, who happens to live in Okinawa, Japan. And Fred said, well, what makes them live so long there? And they got into a discussion. They started talking about the reason for people living longer is that they're drinking water that's plump full of minerals that comes from this coral sand, that whole island is nothing but a big coral reef. And so Fred went to work, and to make a long story short, he was the man that brought this coral, at that time they called it coral minerals or coral calcium, to the United States of America. And he started marketing this product, and people started getting results simply by adding this coral to the water. the water that they were drinking. And, of course, it changed the structure of the water, which made the coral minerals get into their body quite a bit easier, which made their body able to utilize them. And, again, people said, gee, this is really amazing and so simple, because all we're doing is drinking water. And lives began to be changed. So back in 2002, he and his wife, Kim, started their own company, which is our parent company, Biogenics, and they marketed this coral product directly to the people. Now, they had gone through a couple of network marketing companies in the beginning, and it didn't quite work out because the companies ended up going out of business, so they just decided to market directly to the people through direct advertising and stuff like that. And what happened a couple of years ago was some of those customers that they had with Biogenics came to them and said, hey, you know, we're referring some people to you that are buying product from you. Is there any way that you could come up with some sort of a little finder's fee or a little commission or something that we could earn? I mean, after all, we're bringing customers to you. Fred said, sure, I think I can do that. And he did, and he started paying some commission dollars, finder's fees to some of these people. Well, pretty soon more of these people started coming, and more and more and more. And he realized then that there was something that he needed to do, and that was literally to form a network marketing and marketing division of this company called Biogenics to market this product to the people in such a way that people could have an opportunity to change the life of themselves and others with these wonderful products, but also so that they could change their life financially. And I'm going to talk about the financial end of it more so tonight, because that's one of the whole reasons we have this call, is to help you understand when you come on board with this company that we have a financial opportunity here that is unlike anything else on the market. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. So we did. And a company called Basic Reset was launched about 2 years ago. Now, the first year that the company was in business, they were kind of in the formative stage. You know, they were deciding on what was the right website to have, what was the right marketing program to have, what was the right software to have to put the whole thing together. And eventually they worked through that. And really in about March of 2015 is when things really started to come together, and the company said, okay, we pretty much have it now the way we want it. And they started talking to people. People started sharing the products. The marketing plan at that time, which wasn't exactly the way it is now, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by that in just a minute also, started to be shared with people, and people said, wow, this is really interesting. This is different. There's something that I can do here maybe to change my life. So let's talk about what it was that Fred and Kim did. You know, in the network marketing industry, it's always been kind of an interesting industry. It was an industry that we often refer to as the last great, should we say, bastion that men have, the last great opportunity that the average person has to make a fortune in this world. Because it's a business, it's an industry that, as a rule of thumb, doesn't require much money to get started in business. But it did require money to get started. And you might say, well, gee, Randy, doesn't every business require money to get started? Well, yes, most businesses do, especially if you're talking about a brick-and-mortar business. But this business was kind of unique in the fact that people didn't have a brick-and-mortar site. They just had their home, and they worked out of their homes. And the company said, well, gee, if you work out of your home and share these opportunities with people, we'll pay you some commissions for doing that. But in order to go ahead and have that opportunity, you have to pay us a fee. You have to pay us, you have to buy this kit in order to be part of our company. And you had to pay what was called a sign-up fee, and you got a sign-up kit. Most of the time, the information in that kit really wasn't worth what was in there, because the thing is that most of the information was being taught in various ways, especially nowadays with the Internet. What comes in a kit is really not needed. So Fred looked at that and he said, I've got a funny idea here, but he said, why in the world should we have to charge people a fee? Why should people have to pay a fee in order to sell products for us? So every time they go out and sell one of these products, there's this little ka-ching sound, and our cash register registers a sale, and we make an income. But why should they have to pay us a fee for the privilege of selling our products, like all the other companies were doing? And Fred says, I don't think we have to do that. So he introduced this marketing program with these products that we have that are life-changing. The two main ones that you hear about all the time are Aqualite and Ionite, or there's really three, Aqualite and Ionite and Vibrant, which is a new energy drink that we introduced last December. But people just go ahead and share these products with other people and say, look, if you'll just put this in your water and start drinking it, you're going to find out down the road, sometimes in a real short time, sometimes it takes a little longer, you're going to find out that your life changes. Something's going to happen in your life that will change. Maybe you'll start feeling better. Maybe you'll start sleeping better. I mean, we don't know what it is, but we know that it's going to help you because, you see, there's two things in this world besides air that you can't live without, and that's water. Water being number one. And as a matter of fact, next to air, water is the most important. You can't live on this earth without water. Nothing lives on this earth without water. As a matter of fact, if you don't have enough water in a real short period of time, you'll pass away. The other thing that you can't live without is minerals. You've got to have minerals because every single solitary function of your body requires a mineral to take place. Every vitamin that you take requires a corresponding mineral, at least one, if not several, to work properly. And there's a wheel you can go on. It's called the mineral wheel, and it shows you the minerals that are attached to which vitamin, which, in other words, what minerals this vitamin needs to operate. And there's hormones in your body that need minerals to work properly. And so we share these things with people, and we want to get paid for sharing them. And Fred says, well, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to pay you for doing that, but guess what? You don't have to pay us a fee. We think it's ludicrous that you have to pay us a fee for the privilege of selling a product for us that every time you sell it, we make money regardless. So he said, we're not going to have that fee. And then he thought about something else that was really kind of interesting, and I've been in this industry for 42 plus years, and that's this. In order to receive commissions from the products that you sell, that the company makes money on, all the companies have always said, well, in order to do that, you have to place an order with us every month. Every month you've got to order a certain number of dollars worth of product in order to be qualified to be with our company, and in order to receive active, I should say, to be active with our company, and qualified to receive commissions. Now think about that for just a minute. I told you that I've been in this industry for 42 plus years. Well, 27 or 20, I got to really go back and count. Let's say 26 years, let's compromise being in the middle. 26 of those years, I sold insurance. That was my full-time career until I retired in 1997. And when I sold an insurance policy, at the end of the month, when the insurance company came to pay me on my statement, pay me the commissions that I had coming, they never once came to me and said, Randy, gosh, you had a great month. You made X number of thousands of dollars, and boy, we really did a great month. Thank you for all the business you sold for us. But they never once said to me, but we can't pay you because you didn't buy your own insurance policy. You see, they just paid me the commission because I sold a policy for them. They made money, and they paid me a commission for selling that policy for them. They didn't ask me or insist that I buy something from them before I get paid. Yet in the network marketing industry, that was commonplace, and still is commonplace today. The companies require that you must place an order to be active and to receive commissions, but they actually go one step further. Not only do you have to place an order, you have to sponsor a certain number of people, generally it's 2 or 3, into the company's marketing program before they'll pay. Even if you bought product, they still won't pay you the commission you have coming if you didn't personally sponsor 2 to 3 new people, at least 2 to 3. So there's 3 requirements that companies require. Number 1, you pay a fee to join them. Number 2, you have to order a certain amount of dollars in product every month in order to be active and receive commissions. And number 3, of course, you had to sponsor 2 or 3 people, depending upon the company, in order to also receive commissions. Now you might say, but Randy, if you didn't sponsor somebody, obviously you wouldn't get commissions. Well, no, that's not true, because you could have people that are customers that bought product from you, and you didn't have anybody qualified to make you qualified to receive commissions, and you get the first commission on that customer, but you wouldn't get the renewal commissions or the residual income from it. So Fred says, we don't need that either. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ludicrous that people have to pay us, order product from us, in order to get paid for the product they sold that went into our cash register and it went to ka-ching and we made money anyway. It's ludicrous. So we want to pay them some money. We don't want to have any requirements. So one of the reasons that people are flocking to our company is because we don't require them to can join us for free. I don't care if you don't have a dime to your name. You can join our company for free. And then the other thing is that we don't require that you've got to place an order every month in order to get paid commissions. As a matter of fact, one of the fellows that I brought into the company, I told him about this, and he said, "Oh, gee, really?" And I could tell by the way he was talking that he really wasn't quite sure that what I was telling him was true. So he literally tried it out. He went out and sponsored some people before he ordered one dime's worth of product. And he got paid his commission before he spent a dime out of his pocket. So, matter of fact, he took some of the commissions he earned and bought his product, which means he still didn't spend any money out of his own hip pocket National Bank. He spent commission dollars that he earned, but they didn't come out of the dollars he had before that. So it was a win-win situation. So here we've got this company that has these products that are reasonably priced that people love, want, need, and desire. And by the way, people join our company and they buy our products because they want to buy them, not because they have to buy them. The term garage qualified or in the corner, in the dark closet qualified or up in the cupboard qualified doesn't apply to our company because, you see, there are no products sitting around in people's homes that they're not using. They buy the products that they use and they buy the products that they want and they use them up every month and reorder. And they share them with other people and they reorder. And so Fred says, now we want to go one step further. Most of these network marketing companies out there have these marketing programs that pay 4 and 5% and per level, or they might pay 5% on the first level and then they jump up to 6 on the second and then back down to 5, and then on the third level they jump up to 7%. And make a long story short, you got to have a tremendous amount of people sponsored into your business before 5 or 6 or 7% amount to anything. Fred says that just won't work. He said, how can you take somebody that joins a company for free, they go out and get customers, and let's say they go out and sell a customer a product and it's $100 worth of product. And if we were like all other companies that pays, let's just say, an average of 6% on level 1, you'd make $6. How many of those $100 orders have to come in before you have a livable income? Fred says, that just can't be. I know we can make it better. And you know what he did? He took the amount of commission that most companies pay out over the course of 7 to 9 to 10 levels, and he compressed that down into 3 levels. So when we first launched our company, we literally had a 3-level marketing program. But what he did was he took out of that 50%, he took 35% of it and put on level 1. Now, why did he do that? Because there's a whole bunch of people out there in this industry, more people than not, that aren't making any money or have made very little money. We call them the 80%ers. They're the 80% of the people out there in the industry that struggle and struggle and struggle and they don't make a dime, or they make so little that it's virtually worthless. Fred says that can't be. If we're going to be launching a company and we have products that are reasonably priced that people want, need, and desire, and they order because they want it, not because they have to, then by golly, we're going to pay them an income on that first level that's be livable if they wanted to. In other words, if that's all they had, they could go out and sell products just to customers and make a full-time income. And so Fred says we're going to pay 35% of that 50 up on level 1. And he said, we know now that when you're going out and doing that, it's impossible to go out and constantly share to earn that 35% commission. Think about that. For every 100 that comes in, it's $35. For every 1,000, it's $350. So if all you did was went out and found $1,000 worth of sales, or people that bought $1,000 worth of product this month, you'd put $350 in your pocket. Now, right then and there, just with that amount alone, you have stopped over 70% of the bankruptcies from happening in this country, because most people, if they would have had an extra $200 a month, would have been spared from a bankruptcy. Not to mention all the other things. Just $1,000. And just think, if you just went out and then were able to find $1,000 in sales every month, you'd increase your income by $350 every month. And when I say increase it, because the next month Those first people that ordered are going to order again because they like the products, and you make that same $350 all over again. So you can parlay an income into tens of thousands of dollars a month just on that level. Well, there's going to be a lot of people that you show this to, and they say, well, gee, I want to earn some of that 35% commission. So they go out and do the same thing on their first level. Now that's your second level. And you know what Fred said? He said, we're going to pay you a nice income for that. So we're going to pay you a 10% override commission. Now, let me tell you how important that is for those of you that really don't understand this. When I was in the insurance business, when I first got my first managing contract, I made a 5% commission override on my salesman. 5% of the premium they collected, I received in a commission check. And I thought I was in seventh heaven because that was so much money, it was unbelievable. And we're double that just on level 2. And then he said, well, there's going to be some of those people that are on level 3 that are going to be level 2. They're going to be doing the same thing, which is your third level, so we're going to pay you a 5% override commission on what they market. We had a 50% commission being paid out in 3 levels, and people were happy. People were excited. It was absolutely, on those 3 levels, you can make $100,000 a month if you want. Then Fred said, I don't think this is good enough. I think that we need to change this a little bit because, you see, there's people out there that are extremely hard workers, and they look at this opportunity and say, why do I want to stop at 3 levels? In fact, I'm going to build this thing so big and so large that there's going to be people on levels 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 9 and 10 and even beyond. Fred said, we got to do something different. So he left that 50% alone. Now, most companies would have taken that 50% and said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take that 35% and knock it down to, let's say 25. That's still a good livable income. And we're going to leave that second level at 10, and then we're going to leave that third level at 5, but then we're going to take that 10%, we're going to add 5% of that on level 4, and then we're going to take the other 5%, and then we're going to break that up into 2.5% apiece, and we're going to put that on levels 5 and 6, and then we're going to give you some more income when all they literally did was take commission away from you. Fred said that's not what we're going to do. See, we're going to go ahead and open up levels 4 through 10, but we're going to do it 4, 5, and 6, and then 7, 8. 4 and 5, then 6 and 7, and then 8, 9, and 10. There's 3 levels that you can receive commissions on, but the commission rate is 3% on each one of those levels. So if you add that up, that's a total possible 71% commission that could be paid out to you with this company. It's unheard of in the industry. And Fred said, it's great. It looks good. And then he said, but wait a minute. There's something different here. We need to change something else. These crazy companies are paying these people their commissions, and they're paying it to them on a monthly basis, and they're paying it to them on the 15th of the month from the following the previous month. So in other words, if you joined the company on the 1st of October and you started marketing products, you wouldn't get paid your commission for those products until the 15th of November. And then that really wasn't correct either because there's always generally a 2-week lag time. So what you sold in the last 2 weeks really didn't go till the next month's commission, which was another 6 weeks down the road before you get paid. Fred says, we can't do that. How in the world can you expect people to live on that? There's no industry out there in the world that makes people wait that long for their money. They pay them their salaries sometimes once a month, but most of the time it's on the 1st and the 15th. Well, we got to do something different. So he said, we're going to pay it twice a month. And it was good. Fred said it was good. And then, guess what happened? He started looking at this and he said, you know something? He said, I think we can make it better. And I said, well, how could you make it better? And he said, I think it would make it better because we can pay commissions to people as they make sales on a daily basis. Everybody said, what? How can that be? How could it be? Fred says, well, here's how we'll do it. When they go out and market our products, or anybody in their organization that they receive commissions on, override commissions, markets products, we're going to take those commissions and we're going to pay it to them in what's called an e-wallet on a daily basis. Now, what is an e-wallet? An e-wallet is simply a place where your commissions, as they come into the company, go into. It's like a wallet. It's like a billfold. It's like a credit card, should we say, with the company, that allows you to take those dollars and purchase product internally in the company with it. Anything the company sells, you can purchase with those e-wallet dollars on a daily basis. In other words, if you had $50 go in today, the minute it went in there, you could turn around and spend that $50 and buy product from the company, which means, guess what? No money came out of Hip Pocket National Bank. Fred says, that's pretty good. But then he said, no, wait a minute here now. We got this money that's going to be accumulating and then paying them out to it every, every 2 weeks. Well, that doesn't sound right. And you know something? You know what happens to people? About Wednesday of every week, they start running short on money. And then pretty soon, here's the weekend and they're broke. They can hardly wait until Monday comes around when they get paid again, if they're the type that gets paid on a weekly basis. And Fred said, we got to change that. So we said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all the money in this e-wallet that they haven't spent internally in the company, and every Wednesday, like clockwork, we're going to go ahead and pay it out into their PayPal account, which, by the way, is free to get. And you can get a PayPal debit card to spend that money any place that they take MasterCard. Or when it goes into your PayPal account, you can simply transfer the money free of charge to your banking account, to your checking account or savings, wherever you want it to go. And Fred says, now, this is good. So now we have a company that's got products that are reasonably priced, absolutely fabulous products that give you energy, that help your body to function right, help build up your immune system, products to help clean anything you want to clean, products that will help your skin to be nice and smooth and wrinkle-free, products that you can drink, a hot cup of Java in the morning, should we say, Primo Java. It's healthy coffee that tastes wonderful, and you can drink it iced. A lot of people are doing that. The Vibrant Energy drink, which is unheard of. This product is unbelievable. It comes in sample packs. And then, you know what we did? Fred says, a lot of people are saying, I'd like to do some business on the Internet. So he said, we've got our web guy that can put together a fabulous, fabulous web distribution marketing system that has what we call landing pages, or in other words, advertising pages that you can send out and people click on them, and they can actually order product right from them, or they can ask you for more information, and they talk about all those products. And he said, and we can do that reasonably. We can do it at a reasonable price. And it was done, and it was good. And then, guess what? Guess what? People said, wow, what an opportunity we have here with this company. We can market these products. We can change people's lives. We can earn commission on a daily basis. In other words, there's no lag time. Whatever people buy from you today is in your e-wallet tonight. Whatever they purchased today, when they closed out business today at 4:30 or 5, whatever time of the day they closed it out, that money went into your e-wallet, and it's yours to spend internally in the company today. And on Wednesday, they pay it out into your PayPal account. Now, there are people, because of this simple program that's really easy to understand, that are making money for the very first time that they've ever made money in this industry. And do you know that there's people, including myself, that have been here since day one, and every week we've had a paycheck? And why is that? Because of the way our program works. It's not hard to understand. The products are simple. They're easy. What I mean by simple is they're simple and easy to understand. How can you not understand drinking water? How can you not understand simply putting a little tea bag looking sachet in the water, and the minerals leach out into the water and you drink it? How can you not understand taking a quarter teaspoon or a half teaspoon or a teaspoon of bee pollen and putting it in your system and letting all of the nutrients that your body needs, that bee pollen holds, including about 27 of the 60 essential minerals that your body needs, are in there. There's live enzymes in there, all different kinds of things in there that your body. How hard is that to understand? You take a teaspoon of this stuff and you eat it. Not hard, is it? And how hard is it to understand that you take a heaping teaspoon or less of this coffee and you put in hot water and you stir it up and you drink it, and you know not only are you getting this great Arabica coffee, but you're getting the health benefits of 4 different types of reishi mushroom and mangosteen going into your body, working its wonders each and every drink that you take. It's so simple and it's so easy. And then people say, well, now this is really great. What is the best way that I can market with this? How do I do this? Do I go out and start just sharing this and sharing it with people, and just selling like crazy. And you can, and some people are very good at that, and they do a great job doing that. And then there's people that suffer. They can't seem to get it. One of those people actually hosted the conference call last week, Penny Kyle. I'll never forget when Penny first started. She was doing well, but she was struggling a little bit. She came to me. She said, "Randy, I don't quite understand this." She said, "I'm talking to people and they're not buying." And I said, "Well, Penny," I said, "stop selling." And she said, "What?" I said, "Stop selling." I said, "There's this wonderful video on our website that I have dubbed The Power of Fred. It's really called Diseased or Deficient. And it's a video. And you can listen to the audio version of it. As a matter of fact, you don't have to watch the video if you don't want to. You can listen to it. But there's a shorter audio version, doesn't have everything in complete detail, but it's a 22-minute version of this video that you can listen to. And I said, just start having people watch The Power of Fred. And Penny said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, don't sell them. Have them watch The Power of Fred." And she started to do that. And all of a sudden her income went through the roof. And because of all of that and these simple products and this marketing program, all of us got to witness that gals and her husband show pictures, go from a house that they were renting that had mold growth in it from all the rain, and they took pictures that showed bare ground all the way from that to this brand new, beautiful home that they're living in today as a result of this wonderful business and sharing the power of Fred. Now, there's another video on the website, too, that you can share with people, and I use it all the time. I tell people, look, you want to see a good movie? It's only about 17 minutes long, but I guarantee you're going to need some tissue, so make sure you have some. And it's over on our website under the testimonial tab, and you scroll to the bottom, and it says Bentley's Miracle. You got to go watch this movie about this little dog. Who doesn't like a little dog? And who doesn't like a cute little dachshund? You go and watch this movie. And I guarantee you, if you can watch that movie without getting a tear in your eye, then maybe, I don't know what kind of a compassionate person you are, but I can't imagine anybody not having a tear in their eye for just a short time, and then you become very happy. But these are all tools that our company has. Now think about what I just told you. I can go to somebody on the street that has nothing, absolutely nothing but the clothes on their back. And if they have enough ambition to be willing to talk to people, I can start them in business today, and they can have a paycheck that they can use to buy product with tomorrow, and they can get money in their pocket next Wednesday. And it didn't cost them anything except some personal ambition. And they didn't even have to learn anything. All they had to do was say, "Hey, look, have you seen The Power of Fred?" I used to do I do these drive time videos, and in the beginning, when I first came with the company, almost every morning I was doing a drive time video, and almost every drive time video you heard me say, "Have you seen The Power of Fred yet?" Now, I'm going to challenge you that if tomorrow, if you go out and, I don't care if it's one person, 2 people, 10 people, I don't care how many you meet, even if you meet them on the internet, if you just say, "Hey, look, have you seen The Power of Fred?" Well, unless they've seen it, they're going to say, "No, what's that?" Guess what? They just asked you for more information. No rejection. Oh, my God, you got to go see this. You got to go listen to this. This is unbelievable. By the way, you don't have to watch it. You can listen to it if you want. Here's the link to it. Send them to your website. Send them to the page where the link is, and just say, click on that and listen to The Power of Fred. You're going to be astounded when you hear what that man has to say. And they'll go do it. Oh, will 100% of the people do it? No. Because there's nothing in the world that 100% of the people do. But a larger number of people will do it with this than they will with any other thing. And because of that, a larger number of people will come to you and say, "Okay, I think I need some of this aqualite and ionite stuff. Where do I find out more information on that?" Well, you know that website that I just sent you to? There's more on there. Let's go ahead and go over there and look. The Power of Fred video. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Fred today. Of course, we talk almost we do talk on a daily basis. And he was. I think he said he had a short, cute little story to tell about the Power of Fred video. Fred, are you on the line with me?
Yes, I am, Randy.
Hey, buddy, tell that story that you were going to say.
Well, it was the most interesting thing. I get calls a lot of times from people who tell me about all sorts of innovative ways that they can use the internet to recruit people and share the opportunity. And what we have seen over the years, and I think you would agree, Randy, that this really is a business about relationships. Yes, there are a lot of different ways you can get people to join an opportunity with clever advertising on the internet. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But ultimately, it comes down to the relationship. So even if you get a lot of people signed up, if you don't build a relationship with those people, there are so many other opportunities out there, there's not long before you wonder where they went. So this gentleman called me up, and I'm not going to say his name because it's not important anyway, called me up, and he was telling me about this very interesting way of optimizing the search engine to move your link up higher in the Google ranking system. And I said, well, wait a minute. I said, you can do that, but I said it really comes down to relationships. And I told him the story that you just told about Penny, and I said, it's really easy to just share this video. You don't have to, from day one, Randy, you can join this company and not have read anything about any of the products, but simply sign up, get your link, your replicated website link, and then tell people, go to the product page and click on that video and watch the video. And so I told him that's what he needed to focus on, is just to make a list of people and go out and tell those people, you got to see this video. And do it with some enthusiasm, like the latest Bourne movie or the latest Mission Impossible movie, or you can tell I'm not up to date on movies. But whatever the latest movie is that you've seen, that you would tell somebody with enthusiasm, you got to see this movie. And they say, what's it about? And you say, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. You just got to see it. Do it with that kind of enthusiasm. And when they start asking you questions, or if they start asking you questions, just say, I can't explain it as good as this guy can. Just watch the video. If you would do that, you would find that probably better than 90% of the people will come back to you and want more information, as Randy said, or they'll just go ahead and sign up. So I was telling that to this guy, and he said, you know what? He said, that happened to me. He said, my sponsor told me to watch the video, and I watched the video, and I was wowed. He said, I've never seen anything like it. And I told my brother about it, and my brother watched it, and he was wowed, and he ordered product. I said, so there you go. You've already proven to yourself that that's the best, fastest, easiest way to build an organization. I said, now let me tell you one other thing to do, is teach your brother and everybody else that orders product, everyone else that wants to enjoy these products, teach them that they can get their products for free. You see, that was the real vision Kim and I had, the reason we designed this compensation plan the way we did. Our first goal was just to let everybody have free product. But instead of just giving people free product, we decided to let them earn income that they could turn around then and purchase products and get it essentially for free. That was our vision. That's why we did the compensation plan the way we did. That's why there's 35% on the first level. That was our goal. And so if everyone that you bring into the organization understands that they could get their products for free very simply by just sharing it with 3 other people, and you don't even have to know anything about the products. You don't have to be a scientific wizard. All you have to do is say, look, watch this video. You've got to see this video. It'll change your life. And if you'll do that, and those 3 people that you bring in that allow you to earn the money to get your products for free, if they understand that they can do the same thing that you're doing, how many people wouldn't want to have life-changing products for free? I don't know of anybody. So what ends up happening is you get your 3 people, teach them how to get their 3, even help them, but mainly teach them to just get as many people as they can to watch the video. If you would do that in just 1 month, get 3 people, that's 1 person every 10 days. At the end of the month, you'll have 9 people, added to the 3 people that you already had, and that's 12 people. Well, let's say that you've gotten your products for free, but you went ahead and got 3 more people the next month. You can do more than 3 in a month, but let's just make it reasonable. 1 person every 10 days, 3 a month. The next month, because our average order is between $85 and $100, and most of the time it's $100 average. So let's say a $100 order, a third of that, or 35% of that, will get you $100 income. So you have 3 people ordering $100 worth of product, and the first month you get your 3 people, you get your product for free. The second month you get 3 more people. Now you've made $100. But you also get 10% off of that second level, and so you end up getting even more than the $100. So now you've got 12 people. The next month you do the same thing all over again, and the 3 people that came in new, they learned that they could get their product for free. Do you see how this snowballs? Every month you quadruple. So the third month you now have 48 people. And then the 5th month, you have about 200 people. And the 6th month, you have about 800 people. And then the 7th month, you have about 2,400 people. Do you see how this works? And it's only getting 3 people. People sometimes make too much out of recruiting. And they sit down and they try to think about their little speech that they're going to give somebody to try to entice them to buy product. And oftentimes people look for salespeople. They know somebody that's a good salesman, and they want to sign that person up because they think they would be good at selling. You don't have to be good at selling. In fact, it probably is going to be a detriment if you go out there and try to tell people about something that you're really not as knowledgeable about as I am. And they'll end up asking you questions that you can't answer, and then you feel kind of silly, and then you get kind of shy, and then you're afraid to ask the next person if they want to look at these products because you're afraid they might ask the same kind of questions or something even different that you don't know the answer to. And the next thing you know, you're not telling anybody about it. But if you just, as they say, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Don't try to become an expert. I've been doing this for over 45 years. It's going to be hard for you to catch up. So don't even try. You can learn about it as you go along. But keep it simple. Just make the goal, I'm going to tell 1 person every day. And if you tell 10 people, I double dog guarantee you that if you can get 10 people in 10 days to watch that video, you're going to get at least 1 person. I think you're going to get 9, but you're probably going to get at least 1 person. And you do that the next week, the next 10 days, the next 10 days. Now the month is gone, you've got your 3 people. And if you teach your people to do the same thing that you did, this thing will quadruple on you, and in 7 months you'll have about 2,400 people in your group that you're earning money on. And as Randy said, $1,000 in direct sales, that's people that you make 35% on, that's $350. Do you know statistics say that the average person could avoid bankruptcy if they just had an extra $300 or $400 a month? Think of all the people you could help, not only with their health, with these life-changing products that are really the foundation of health, but you could also maybe even save someone from bankruptcy. Or you might find the next Penny Kyle and get her back to where she's making money. She gets her credit score to go up. She pays off her debt, and she's able to put a down payment on a brand new house and get it financed. See, we don't know. We often try to prejudge people, but what we need to do is just put all that aside. Don't make rocket science out of this. It's so simple. Just get people to watch that video with enthusiasm. Practice. Look in the mirror and practice. Hey, you got to see this video. What's it about? I can't explain it as good as this guy can, but you got to see this video. I saw it, and man, oh man, you've got to see this video. It'll change your life. Who isn't going to take a few minutes out to watch the video? And if you get somebody that says, hey, I looked at that video and I saw it was about 50 minutes, I just really don't have that kind of time. And you say, that's okay. There's an audio on the home page, and you got to listen to, at least listen to that audio. It's about 20 minutes. And if they still say, well, I just don't have that kind of time, say, okay, watch the Bentley Miracle. You're just going to be floored when you see this video about this dog that was paralyzed. Most people will take out 10 minutes or so to watch a video about a dog. It seems very harmless. You're not pressuring them about buying anything. It's a video about a dog. And a lot of people have pets, and a lot of people, as Randy said, they can't help themselves but to really like to see a little puppy. And Bentley's such a cute little guy. But one of those three ways, you're going to get somebody's attention. And once you have their attention, they watch the Bentley Miracle, and they come back to you and say, wow, that was really interesting. Then hit them again. You got to see the video. Watch the video. And if they say, well, I don't know if I've got 50 minutes, but I might have 20, so listen to the audio. One of those three ways is going to help you in a very, very simple way to get one person every 10 days. And only one. Who couldn't make a goal of getting one person every 10 days? See, we're not like other companies where they try to show you how to build a big, large organization. We're talking about 3 people, one person every 10 days. I don't think there's anybody on the phone tonight that couldn't do that. So, Randy, I'm going to put it back to you, or else I'll just keep us here all night.
Well, that's great, though. We can listen to you all night, Fred. And, it's really great that what you were sharing, because people oftentimes think that it's a complicated thing to build their own home-based business. And it can be with certain companies because there's so many bells and whistles that have to be rung and so many hoops you got to jump through that it's kind of a pain. But you have made it very, very attainable, very easy to achieve, the ability to earn some commission dollars here to put in your bank account. And folks, and I thank you, Fred, for sharing that and for making this opportunity and products available to us all. Folks, oftentimes people say, well, gee, I don't know, talk to people about making money. I feel like I'm, talking to them about, I just don't know if I can talk to people about making money. Well, listen, let me just get right down to the nitty-gritty with you if I could. People will oftentimes get interested in a network marketing company because of the product, because they heard something about a product that seemed to do miraculous things for somebody else, or they heard a story about somebody that sprayed something on their body and it seemed to get better, and so they say, gee, I want to have some of that. I want to get some of that and try that myself. And so they'll get interested in a company because of a product. And by the way, unless a product is sold, there is no commission dollars paid. So everything relies upon products being moved. However, people do not join network marketing companies because of just product. They join and work the company because they want to make money. Don't be deceived and think for one moment that that isn't what the truth is. We all join and get involved in the business end of it because we want to make an income. Now, how much of an income you want to make is up to you. Some people just want to make an extra $100 to $150, $200 a month. Some people want to make an extra $500 or $1,000. Some want to make an extra $2,000 to $3,000. Some want to make an extra $5,000 to $10,000. Some more. Some $50,000 to $60,000. Whatever you want to make is up to you. Nobody's going to tell you how much or how little you need to make here. But rest assured, you get involved with our company in the business end of it because you want to make an income, not just because you want to share the products. Now, I'm not saying you don't want to share the products. Sure, you want to share the products. Whenever we have something that works for us, we're always happy to share it. But we're not sharing it for our goodwill. That's part of it maybe, but we're sharing it because we want to make an income. If that weren't the case, there wouldn't be any network marketing companies. Because why would people work their jobs all day long and come home And then instead of kicking their feet back and watching TV and drinking a cold beer or whatever they want to do, they come home and they have some time with their family and they eat their supper or their dinner, whatever you want to call it, and then they go to work and start working their other business. They wouldn't do that if there wasn't money that they were trying to earn. Because you see in this world, people say, well, look, Randy, money doesn't buy happiness. No, you're right, it absolutely doesn't. But I can guarantee you one thing, you're a whole lot happier when you have more of it than you do when you don't have enough of it. And like a friend of mine once said, and actually it's been said by many people, but I remember him saying it the first time, he said, money's not really that important, but it kind of ranks right up there with oxygen. You know, if you're broke and don't have any, it's a pretty important commodity to have. And you say, but Randy, I can't work for money, it's evil. Well, no, money's not evil. Money is a tool. It was invented by the good Lord for us to be able to trade for goods and services. It's when the love of money becomes so important to you that you'll do anything in the world to have money because you kind of make it a god, that's when it's a problem. But money itself, it's not a problem. It's a wonderful tool that you can use to do many different things in life. Have a relaxing, comfortable life for yourself, or do whatever you want to do with it. That's all up to you. But we have whatever you need here at Basic Reset. And it's all here for you. All you've got to do, if you're a guest with this company, is join us. And by the way, if you listen to this and anything you heard tonight, anything, I don't care if it was the smallest thing that you said, wow, that kind of sounds interesting. You have nothing to lose here because there's no risk. You need to join our company tonight. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till 2 days from now. Join tonight, and tomorrow start telling other people about it, and tomorrow night you might have some money in your account. I mean, that's how quickly it can happen. Join us tonight, and by the time you go to bed tonight, you might have some money in your account. So there's nothing to lose here. You need to join us. Now, as good as this is, as good as this company is, and as good and as wonderful as our products are, and as fabulous as our marketing program is, it's absolutely worthless to you if you don't take it and use it. So if you're here, there's a saying that I always say at the end of every video or every call I do, and I'll say it again tonight, but I always say, wherever you go, there you are. Always make the most of it because nobody's going to do it for you. Well, you can have all this wonderful stuff here, but if you don't do anything with it, it's worthless to you. It means nothing. It's not worth the breath it took for me to tell you about it if you do nothing with it. So take it out and do something with it. Take it like a brand new car and test drive it. Get out and share it with people. And you'll be surprised what will happen in your life. I want to thank each and every. Oh, by the way, this call is recorded. It will be, when the call is over, it'll be put into the Basic Reset Freedom Group room, along where you can, a link that you can click on and listen to it, along with the phone number that you can call in and listen to it on the phone. And then Fred also emails these calls out to everybody that's in the database. So if you missed something tonight, or if you want to hear it again and say, gee, I really didn't catch what he was talking about, and you got to hear it again, go ahead and do so. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you for staying with us for as long as you do, and you guys always do, and that tells us that you're interested in what we have to say. Remember, next Thursday night we're going to have another one of these calls, and you never know what's going to happen on these calls, so make sure and be there. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day, and remember, wherever you go, there you are. Always make the most of it because nobody's going to do it for you. Good night, everybody.